different leg locks, submissions from outside Ashi. We had all of them from our single leg X. Then we were doing outside Ashi, so we had the heel hook. Then we had the straight foot lock. Those are the ones that I feel are very, very different. But the other ones, so like for a leg lock, so for a knee bar, for example, it goes without, it's basically exactly the same thing. It's the exact same thing as more or less. I have less steps because my feet are already out here. Okay? The Aoki lock, I honestly wouldn't do from here because if he just pulls it out, I don't really have an anchor on that hip. So if he's going to go to the Aoki lock, I would honestly transition to an 80-20. Okay, I just wouldn't go, I would just transition 80-20, go to a heel hook from there. So, and the toe hold, again, we had the toe hold from straight foot lock. It's, again, I don't think it's that different from the outside Ashi. I can just shove the foot down, get my grip. So I don't think the other ones that we need to spend that much time going into, this is how you do a toe hold in outside Ashi. Especially because I think the things that you can do in double trouble are a lot more interesting and a lot more fun. So I would want to go to submissions from double trouble now. So, and that's good because it lets you practice how to get into double trouble from our single leg X entry. So from inside position. So, and just in case you weren't there when I mentioned it, so this sort of single leg X, outside Ashi and inside Ashi transition that we're doing, I call this sort of the inside position series because all of these entries kind of assume I have inside position on my opponent. Okay? So, and we're coming from here, I come here. Yeah, it goes, I kick. And I land in this position. This is the position I want to be in. Okay? And here, this is great because now I can attack both legs. Okay, I have attacks on this leg. I can do basically almost all the leg locks on this leg. I can do a ton of leg locks on this leg too. So this is sort of, I always like to make the joke, this is kind of leg lock heaven. If I get here, I'm in a great position. Okay, this is probably the best position I can have because I have everything, and he's kind of stuck. I mean, he can try to do things, but I've gotten kind of stuck. I can hold this position for a very long time. This is a good position for me. Okay? And we're honestly, I want to start with the not instinctive leg lock just because it comes really quick. Because I honestly, when I'm in double trouble, one of my first instincts is to do the Aoki lock on the far leg. Okay, so just actually go here so that we land in a better position. So from here, okay, and the way I go to the Aoki lock from here, basically I take my own hand on his knee and I shove that heel to my chest. You can, I mean, I think the minute I get it here, you're already starting to feel it. Yeah, okay? So, and again, it's the same sort of thing. Since I got this kind of a double trouble lock, his hips kind of pin. He can't really move much. And again, I just shove his toes down and his heel up. And I think, personally, that comes very quick. Okay? So, show that one more time from this angle. Actually, go here. Okay, so. Okay, and like I said, here I like this back angle so that you can see what I'm doing with the heel. Again, shove the foot a bit so that that heel comes nice and tight against my chest. Yeah, he's already ready to attack. And from here, just raise the heel, lower the toes. Okay? So, let's work on this a bit. Just one or position, and 2 for finishing the Aoki Lock from here. So, just a couple of points. I've pointed this out a couple of times, I just want to make sure I say it. Really important is when I'm going in for the leg entanglement, I'm not falling back like this, because now he just falls into me, yeah, and I get pinned. What I'm wanting to do is, I kind of imagine I want my head to fall behind this foot, and I'm not pulling his leg like this. What I'm wanting is that his leg goes this way. I'm wanting to twist him, not to pull him. Okay? So I come in here, and this is the motion I want to have. Yeah, and then when he pulls it off, I kick, and this is something I see a couple of people making a mistake of too. Is really important when I come here, that I grab, I want to bend this leg so that this knee, so that the knee stays close to his stomach, and I really need to go up with my hips, okay? If I'm down here, and I try to finish it, he's going to be able to bend his leg, and I'm not going to get my leg entangled. Need my hips up, and then I can get in here, okay? So that's for our entry into the double trouble. And then finally, for finishing the Aoki Lock, if you're feeling you need a lot of power, it's generally because his foot isn't far enough on my body, okay? If I have it here, he can, don't even resist, just take it as long as you can. Yeah, exactly. You have lots of time to counter that. This is because this is a very short lever, okay? I've got like his foot just in front of his ankle and then the heel. That's a very short lever, as opposed to if I really shove it here in the middle of my chest, even actually close to my other pec, now I get that tap really quick. Okay, so if you're having a problem finishing the Aoki Lock, it's normally because it's too far on the side. You want to really shove it as far over as you can. And then you get the really fast tap. Okay? So just a couple of finishing details and entry details I want to make sure everyone's got to see, and now let's go to some